So we want to show you our soup kitchen, the warehouse that we're renting. So it's got two big garage doors and then a pedestrian door in it. And then it has this wood burning stove here with piping that runs all along the outer wall. But we wanted something that's very empty that we could kind of make into our own space. And this was a good price, and it's just down the street from where we feed. So far, about 2/3 of this is going to be for people to stand, but we are going to have our drinks table here, which will be hot tea or homemade juice or hot homemade juice there at the table. And that tank is 100 liters, and we've been serving 80 liters plus some bottles, so that should work really good for us. And Mark's got a nozzle to put on it there, and the trash can. These are just seats from our van. So we've got all the heating that'll go along this wall, and we've got this channel here that goes to a drain, so we can really rinse things off really well. You know, if somebody drops their cup of soup or anything like that. So this table is about where we're going to have the table and we're going to be serving, and it'll block off the sections. These marks here, this is going to be a wall that comes across here, down to here, have a door, and then back behind it will be a wall. And so this back area will be a kitchen. So we'll put the table up like this to kind of block them from going back into the kitchen. And we'll have them line up against this wall, and we'll put something to kind of create a path for them. And they'll come across here, and we're getting lunch trays, and so we'll put soup in a bowl on there, a disposable bowl, because the bowls, if we buy them, they'd probably disappear. Trays can't, they're much harder to sneak out, so we'll keep track of them really well. But we'll be able to put bread and salad or whatever else we want to put on there. So they'll go through here and through the line, and then they'll be able to have this whole area back in here to stand around. We'll probably get tables of some kind that they can set their stuff on and eat, and then go to the drink table. And the reason the drink table is on that wall is because there's water. I don't know if you can see here is the water coming out of here. So we're going to have our refrigerator in this space here, and then this is an air vent from the cellar below us. So we're probably going to put a table over that, and then trash can. And then in this section will be our dishwashing station, small sink, a dishwasher, and then a table. And maybe shelves on the end there. We're probably going to scoot it this way just a little bit. You can see the markings on where we kind of planned it all out. That's the bathroom. And there's a squatty potty in there. And so Mark's going to try and figure out if we can get a real toilet in there, because squatting can be very difficult on the knees. So there's the squatty potty, and they've got a shower in here, which we'll probably never use. There was a washing machine here. We'll probably get our own. And then a sink with a hot water heater. I'll probably do a little skirt to cover that up around there on the bottom. But we'd like to get a regular toilet in there because the fumes are coming up. And in this next room here, with the window, is an office, but we're going to use it for storage. And so we've already bought 3 shelving units. There's one of them put together. And Mark's going to probably run a piece of plywood across the top of all 3 of them. The 3 will fit here and hold them into place. And then we'll put some on this wall here as need be. And of course, you know, we'll have probably these racks here to hang our coats and purses or whatever while we're here, and the volunteers. This is a back door that leads to a little alleyway that no one else can really access, so we'll probably store a lot of our wood out there, and then maybe use a wheelbarrow to bring it in up to the front. This is the door that we bought that'll go in the kitchen wall, and some more shelves. So basically, these outlines here are going to be table and a stove and a table, and then our soup pot, and then right along, right up against that down there, we'll bring the wall out across here to this mark, and then this will be the door from here to the wall here. Yep. So that way we can shut the door and all of our guests don't see into the kitchen, which means they're not seeing things that they want, so to speak. But we'll have this table here to serve. And down the road, if we get another system in place, maybe we'll just wait and see. This wall right here, we could always put a pass-through where they could bring the trays back to us. We may still do that because they've got to be able to return the trays, or what we may do is put a table down here when they go to dump their trash right by the pedestrian door, so that we can, have someone checking bags to make sure that one of those trays don't disappear. So anyway, that's kind of it for now. We've got someone who's going to be building the walls for us, and they were here on Sunday to take a look. Somebody from our church, one of our ex-clients, graduated clients actually. And so they're going to work on that. We'll probably bring our guys back and finish putting the shelves together. And once we have that wall up, that's really good. We had to get a specific door here wide enough that we can get our refrigerator and our stove through and everything as they start to arrive. So we're waiting on just a couple more estimates from our appliance guy, and then I'll be sending up a request to an organization in Kiev who's helped us in the past with big appliances, and hopefully they will at least buy maybe the stove and the dishwashing station and the refrigerator, and then it'd be great if they'd buy the freezer and the soup pot and the tables as well, but we'll wait and see. Probably here in the center we'll probably put some tables like we have at our house with a hole and a bucket under it, so when you're cleaning the onions or whatever, you just put it right into that bucket. But we'll kind of wait and see. We've already got some fire extinguishers. There's one over there and down here, and then one by the front door. And we've gone ahead and gotten some signs. So the no smoking sign there will be posted everywhere inside, and the green one says this way for the exit. So we'll have one at the big door there and the small door behind me. And that's to call not 911 but 101. And then the sign for the fire extinguishers, and this one says stop, don't go past there. And so we'll put that on the door so that all our guests know they're not allowed back in the kitchen. Yeah, so it's coming together. It's just a lot of pieces falling into place and getting things set up. So we've still got some more material that Mark has to get, so that's why our 2 van seats are here out. And we'll get them back in the van once we get a lot of the sheetrock and the metal framing and all that kind of stuff in here. And of course our boxes there with all the wooden boxes that Mark had them in build, that holds our medical kits and a toe strap and I don't know, a bunch of other stuff. Raincoats, I think, are there, and some cleaners. The fire extinguisher down in here that has to be in the van. And then these are just bags, but that fire extinguisher will stay there across from the wood burning stove. So when we moved in, they painted all these pipes gray, and then they replaced a cracked window there, and they put some bulbs in these lights. Yeah, and they moved out a bunch of furniture, and actually some of it is over here, a refrigerator, old refrigerator, and a washing machine, and a desk, and those kind of things. But anyway, so that's a look at our soup kitchen. We're just waiting for somebody to come take a look, and anyway, it's coming together, and this will be a good place. We don't want something really fancy, because some of the clientele that we work with, and we want to be able to clean it up really well. We've got a year lease here, and we'll kind of see how things work, and maybe eventually we can buy our own place. But this is going to be the soup kitchen, so now we need a name for it, and that's where we need your help.